cool stuff. Marvel president confirms huge Marvel Universe changes and talks. X-Men. Let's see what the Cosmic Wonder has to say about this and check this out.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren Thompson, and today we have some pretty big news coming from the president of Marvel Studios himself, Kevin Feige. He was recently interviewed by Entertainment Weekly, and he talked about a lot. He talked about very important upcoming Phase 5 and 6 details. He also talks about the future of Marvel Studios in general, and then he talks a little bit about mutants, the X-Men, and the MCU. But when speaking about the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, perhaps one of the most important things that we have learned from this article is that Marvel Studios is going to be changing things with Disney Plus. Now, the Disney Plus shows so far have kind of been hit or miss for people. Some people love some shows, while other people hate them. Then you have the people who love every show that comes out from Marvel Studios, and then you have people who are not watching the shows anymore because they haven't really enjoyed them, and they are a lot to keep up with. Marvel Studios went from releasing 2 to 3 movies a year to releasing 3 to 4 movies a year, but also at the same time releasing 4 to 5 to 6 to plus shows a year. That is a lot more content than they're used to producing. But it looks like that is about to change. So before we dive into what he said on the mutants and the future of the MCU, let's specifically talk about what he said in regards to the quantity of Disney Plus shows that they're going to be putting out. So, Entertainment Weekly asked Kevin Feige if he saw the recent Saturday Night Live skit. This skit basically kind of poked fun at how many shows are being released so frequently, and a bunch of different shows are coming from a bunch of different streaming platforms. Kevin Feige said yes, but then he elaborated, and in his response, we got some really important details about Marvel Studios. He said yes, he saw it. Then he said, I do think one of the powerful aspects of being at Marvel Studios is having these films and shows hit the zeitgeist. It is harder to hit the zeitgeist when there's so much product out there and so much content, as they say, which is a word that I hate. And they note that he laughs as he said that. He continues to say, but we want Marvel Studios and the MCU projects to really stand out and stand above. So, people will see that as we get further into Phase 5 and 6. The pace at which we're putting out the Disney Plus shows will change so they can each get a chance to shine. So Kevin Feige confirms the pace at which Disney Plus is putting out shows is going to change, but I know everybody's asking, well, what exactly does that mean? Well, Entertainment Weekly had that exact same thought, and thankfully they asked him that question for us. After Kevin Feige talked about the pace changing, Entertainment Weekly asked, so when you say the pace will change, do you mean spacing them out or putting out fewer shows a year? And Kevin Feige said, both, I think. So his literal response was, quote, both, I think, end quote. Basically confirming what we expected was going to happen. A lot of fans have been complaining that there are just too many Disney Plus shows out there right now coming from Marvel Studios and coming from studios in general right now. And unfortunately, a lot of people have been complaining that the quality of the shows, not just with the CGI that people love to complain about, but also with the writing, hasn't really been up to par. Well, it looks like Marvel Studios has heard those complaints, have evaluated their shows, have evaluated their strategies, and are now changing things. Plus, not to mention, Bob Chapek is now gone and Bob Iger is back. And rumor had it that Bob Chapek was all about quantity, but now that Bob Iger is back, it's about quality. So Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios probably doesn't have to actually release as much as they did before, which is a great thing because now they can get back to focusing on quality. And Kevin Feige just confirmed right here that is what they're going to do. They're going to release fewer Disney Plus shows a year and have them more spaced out, which should result in them being better. So this is fantastic news, and I can't wait to see how Marvel Studios changes for the better in the future. And Kevin Feige does talk about how we can expect these changes in Phase 5 and 6. So we could be getting a reshuffling of our slates. I don't think any big movies will be pushed back, but some shows might. And in this interview, Kevin Feige even talks about how some things are setting up Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, but some shows and movies aren't. They are kind of just standalone. So if we are going to be getting any delays or cancellations, it's probably going to be with those shows or movies that don't really connect to the Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars that much. Now, of course, like I mentioned, we have to talk about the mutants because Kevin Feige talked about the mutants and the X-Men. Entertainment Weekly asked Kevin Feige, I'm curious, one of the big introductions in Phase 4 was mutants. Namor and Kamala Khan are both explicitly referred to as mutants. What can you tell us about how mutants and the X-Men may or may not play into the future? And they note that Kevin Feige laughs while he says this, but he says, I think we've said the word once. He says, Kamala talks about a genetic mutation, and Namor refers to himself as a mutant amongst his own people. And mutant is a real genetic term, not just a comic book term. But part of the fun is that I've been at this company for half my life, and we're just now tapping into arguably one of the biggest aspects of the publishing history. It's pretty remarkable, and it's a testament to the House of Ideas and what Marvel Publishing has done these 80 years. The question is how to do it and when to do it, and that's something we've been working on for years. Now we know, but we're not going to talk about it, and he said that as he laughed. However, Entertainment Weekly did pry just a little bit more, asking about the X-Men. They said, that's fair, but I'm curious what it's like for you to be thinking about mutants again, especially because you started your superhero career producing the X-Men movies. Then Kevin Feige said, it's amazing. And we've got Hugh Jackman coming back for our first Deadpool film within the MCU. That's our first R-rated film. So he confirms it's R-rated. So whatever rumors have been going out that says Deadpool might not be rated R, we can put them to rest now, as the president himself has confirmed Deadpool will indeed be rated R. He continues to say, to have Hugh come back is incredible. For me personally, that is where I started. I remember sitting behind the camera, at his audition for the film. It was his first on-set audition, and he flew up to Toronto to do a read with Anna Paquin. For him and for me, and I think for all of the fans of Marvel, it's unbelievable what has happened in those 23 years. It's very full circle having him come back in this new Deadpool film. So Kevin Feige remains to be a safe that is sealed shut, not giving anything away about any of the secrets that Marvel Studios has in store. However, he did confirm they have their plan for the X-Men ready. So they know the how and they know the when from what he confirmed. And it kind of sounds like we really aren't going to be getting a true introduction to the X-Men, the new X-Men, I should say, until Phase 7, after the Multiverse Saga, after the Kang Dynasty, and after Secret Wars. Now, we do know that older X-Men will be returning, and they will be in Secret Wars. They're basically going to come back like Hugh Jackman is coming back for Deadpool 3. The multiverse is real and is in full motion now. We're going to see other characters from other universes come to our universe. Plus, not to mention, our heroes will most likely travel to other universes as well, where we will run into other X-Men, older X-Men, and probably new variants that we haven't seen before. But most importantly, it's been said that Kevin Feige is going to see this as sort of his farewell to the older X-Men, the original X-Men. Because like the article said, that's where his career began, starting on the very first X-Men film. So Kevin Feige will finally get to bring them into what he has created, the MCU, and then he will get a proper goodbye, and then we'll say hello to the new X-Men in Phase 7. So big changes coming from Marvel. They are changing up the frequency that they release Disney Plus shows, hopefully improving the quality of the Disney Plus shows and movies. And of course, the X-Men are coming soon. So lots of insanely exciting stuff. So be sure to let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest MCU news. For live updates, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
Please subscribe, like this video. Have a great night. And please like this video for watching. And see you guys bye. Have a great night. And see you guys bye.